outside trying to change the world. Why distribute to that period?
One more time, I'm sorry.
Why attribute to this period?
Oh, why attribute to this period? Because, listen. Kind of just unusual, last minute. I think we were doing the mix Monday night.
Biggest star that I haven't worked with that I wanted. It was cold. It was fun. It was strange. I was kind of scared because they all stood up at one time after the movie, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't know what this is. I think we need to evacuate or something. So, and then my mom was like, no, it's good. And then they started clapping. So I was like, okay, that's all right. So, I don't know. I don't really remember much of it. It was a year ago. I don't really remember that much of it. But it was a lot of fun.
Oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. And it really is a festival where films are discovered. Some films can be made there. I particularly love Sundance now because my daughter sings there most every year the last few years. So I go there a lot for all kinds of reasons. But so, do you have some special connection with Sundance?
We're going to be going there in a week. So.
Well, get your willies out.
When they took our movie, I felt so kind of encouraged. I felt like they were saying, keep making movies like this. We will support you. We will help you. We will help get them seen. And, I am a huge supporter of them.
Well, certainly environment, I think, has a lot to do with it. You're out of Los Angeles. It's the history of the town itself. I think Robert Redford, what he's done for that festival, for that area in general, and a real testament to who he is as a man, as a filmmaker, and as an actor.
Well, I started an independent film. Independent film gives us all a voice. It gives subject matter that's on the periphery a life. It's the lifeblood of low-budget films with good stories and great actors. And that's what this film was independently financed by one gentleman. He wrote a check. And I think it was probably a little bit too risky for studio films. And this is an independent film. Sundance is the perfect launching pad for a film like Thank You for Smoking.
I think it's important because there are so many small films that don't actually get a chance. And Sundance is a festival that promotes a film, no matter how really big the budget, it can be tiny, but if it has a good story, it can still get out there in the world and be seen by audiences, which is why we made it.
It's made from, it's the one I just stepped on, and it's made by a lovely designer, Mr. Letts.
I went snowboarding. I love swimming in the heated pools and rolling around in the snow. But I think the best part about events like this and festivals is that you get to hang out with your mates that you worked with, because you have such an intense experience, and then I fly back to Australia, and so it's nice to get together again and have some fun.
Yeah, I was there a long time ago with a movie called Masked and Anonymous. This thing that Bob Dylan wrote, and it was insane, really crazy movie. This year I'm going with this film that Anthony Hopkins wrote and directed called Slipstream.
It's a very crazy scene there. And I went years ago with a film called Crush, and then again with a film called Spitfire Grill. And I think the audience reaction at the end of Spitfire Grill was overwhelming. They gave the film a standing ovation, and people were visibly moved. And when you sit with an audience and you see people responding to your film, it's so rewarding because it's usually on stage that the actor has that experience. So that was pretty happy for me.
Well, it was really kind of where my life took a turn. I mean, it was there where Napoleon Dynamite was introduced, I guess, to the world or to the Hollywood scene, to anybody. So it was like a huge moment for me. It was fun because it was I was living in Utah at the time, so it was close to home. And I don't know, it was just an exciting time. It was like a big change in my life.